Explain like I'm 5. How does a VPN hide your traffic from your ISP? I know people that pirate use VPNs because your ISP can see that you downloaded a movie illegally or something, but how does a VPN prevent that? Doesn't your computer still go through the ISP to get to whatever service is providing the VPN? In my mind it goes source VPN ISP PC, but then the ISP still sees the illegal file going to your PC. What am I missing here? Edit. Thank you everyone, much more clear. Let's say your ISP watches you from the outside of your house and knows where you are going. But it can't hear you, your voice is encrypted. Instead of you going out and buying weed, you ask your friend VPN to go get some and bring it back to your house. All your ISP knows is that you talked to your friend and they came back into your house with something. But they don't know what that something was, it's encrypted. It's like slipping a smaller tube VPN into the larger tube ISP. The smaller tube is coded where the larger tube can't read what's in the smaller tube. The smaller tube extends to an application local to your computer, not at the larger tube, the network provider level. Let's say your parents' ISP said you can't go to a certain store website. Now say they built that store inside a mall VPN. Now you just tell your parents that you went to the mall. They can't tell if you did or did not go to the prohibited store, and nobody at the mall is going to tell on you. Let's say you're in bed and want some cookies. So you ask your mum, but she says no because it's too late. You shouldn't eat cookies past bedtime. It's bad for your tummy. So instead, you write "cookies please" on some paper and put it in a little treasure chest only you and your big bro have keys to. You ask mum to give the box to your big brother. And later on she comes back and gives it back to you a bit heavier. Close. You sort of have it just a little bit wrong. A VPN is like an anonymous courier service. It'll pick something up from somewhere and deliver it to somewhere else. All the steps in between are generic. How it gets there is supposedly anonymous. Like how VPNs say they do not have logs, etc. The mechanism for this is just a SSL-type tunnel like you have for browsers to your bank, etc. Because it's encrypted in this secret tunnel, there is no way to know what is in the tunnel. Contrast this to the alternative where your ISP or whatever knows where the source you specifically wanted is. Writing on the back of a postcard is visible for all the intermediate mail carriers to see. Putting the postcard into an envelope will mask the contents from the postman and his friends. A VPN is the same. Everybody sees where the packets are going and coming from, but their contents are enveloped. Your mom doesn't want you to have ice cream. Not in this house, she says. You install a pipe that goes from your bedroom to your friend's bedroom next door. You tell your friend what ice cream you want and they send you the ice cream through the pipe. You eat the ice cream and your mother only knows that you have a pipe going to your friend's room. The pipe is the VPN and ice cream is a YouTube video not available in your country. Because 100 of encrypted data goes the VPN. And none of that is understandable by the ISP. Not the URL. The data. Nothing. And do the server of the website you're accessing. It looks like a lot of data coming from VPN provider. There's no way to know that it's you or someone else on the other side except for browser cookies. That sort of thing. The IP address just shows VPN USA in Texas and all the VPN users show as coming from there. Not from your actual town. With VPN your ISP can see you are talking to a VPN server. But nothing else. Without VPN, ISP can see that you are talking to certain services, like news sites, TikTok, Facebook or Reddit. Without HTTPS, your ISP can see everything that happens between you and the service you are using. But because almost all services use encryption nowadays, it is rare. VPN Tor services aren't really needed for anything else than hiding the services you are using from your ISP. You can still be fingerprinted when using VPN or Tor. It normally looks like this. PC ISP service ISP PC. A VPN looks like this. PC ISP VPN service VPN ISP PC. ISP is cut off from every service between the two VPN hops in the middle. The service could be Facebook. It could be a movie. Or anything else. And the ISP never knows the difference because the traffic is encrypted. They know you are talking to your VPN, but they can't translate it. As a VPN engineer, I can say that a VPN encrypts your connection so that the specific contents are not visible to your ISP. If I mail a package to you, the post office can see that I sent you a package. If I mail all my packages to a friend and the friend rewraps the package and sends it to you, the post office has no idea if the package you receive is from me, my friend, or someone else that the friend does this for. That's basically how a VPN works. They can see the traffic, but they can't see what it is because it's encrypted. And they can't see where you're connecting to beyond the other end of the VPN tunnel. All they see is a bunch of encrypted traffic between you and the other end of the VPN tunnel. There was a white paper or something where, by analyzing packet sequences and sizes, they could identify exactly what movie you're streaming from Netflix or whatever. But that's more forensic than an ISP is likely to be. Imagine your ISP can see every website address you request since they can. But now instead of going to a bunch of different websites, you only go to the VPN. Now all your ISP knows is that your traffic goes to a VPN address. It's like how the mail carrier knows all the mail you get. So instead of getting individual pieces of mail, you get your mail delivered somewhere else, repacked into a box that just says VPN on the outside. They know you get boxes, but they don't open them. So they have no idea that you have 8 subscriptions to Cat Fancy. You are in a room full of people. You whisper something in your friend's ear and he goes out of room with the message. ISP can see that YPU connected with your friend but can't hear you and cannot see what your friend does next. We used to run in open field to get berries from other side of mountain. Hawk saw us running and kill Uga. Now we run through cave so Hawk cannot see us running to berries. Your ISP sees the IP addresses you connect to. If that IP address is Reddit, then they see you accessing Reddit. A VPN is a computer somewhere in the world with its own IP address, so all your ISP sees is that IP. That server then routes your request to Reddit and acts as a relay for your data to go through both ways, which is why they can be slower than just accessing the site directly. There are more hops to go through. So today, just as you can have a secure connection to, say, Amazon and go to their HTTPS site, the traffic between you both is secure. Well, rather than Amazon being a shop, if it sold VPN services, you would make a secure connection to Amazon and then join the internet from there, while Amazon could see what you do, your ISP provider. And anyone on your local network will only see you going to Amazon. In effect, it makes a tunnel from your computer or browser and pops you out on a destination, normally mixed with many other users. The tunnel providers often say they don't keep logs.